competition for me is meeting my own expectations, whilst also benchmarking myself against somebody that I deem to be good at what she or he does. And I've always enjoyed that, and that has then brought me to motor racing from an early age onwards. The stopwatch never lies. You immediately know whether you're good enough or not.
The way I measure all our executives is through 5 principles. One of them is managerial efficiency. So I always try to see how efficient they are at how they deploy money and what is the ROI on every initiative they follow. But one thing I find very effective for us is daily course correction. So the best managers, they don't wait a month or 2 months or 6 months to course correct an employee, a team member, whatever, but daily they keep giving it feedback to fine tune every little single detail. My framework is I need to have 80% confidence that this is the right person for the job. Then usually obviously they go through the process and we have a very simple rating like strong hire, and pass. And we never hire anyone who doesn't have at least 2 to 3 strong hires from the rest of the executive team. Then once they join, then I start measuring based on our 5 principles. But what I keep repeating my executives is you are as good as your team. If your team sucks, you suck. So if you want to keep growing your career, you need to make sure that you grow them and you take the right actions when it's needed.
When you look at an organization or a team or a company, it's a bit of a hubris for me. The truth is, it consists of people, their dreams, their hopes, their anxieties, and sometimes we as entrepreneurs or executives, we think about ourselves. We think about what is my objective, what's the EBIT margin I want to generate, how can I have my family in a good place, etc., etc. But it never kind of sinks in that it's the same for everyone that works with us and for us. And I cannot design an aerodynamic surface, but I know everything about the guy who can. And I'm trying to provide a framework that the person achieves what will be their objectives. And if I'm able to align these personal objectives from this particular human being with the objectives of the company, then obviously you have a best case scenario. But this is not trivial, because we may be driven by completely different objectives than someone in the organization. So it's about spending time with the people and having a real interest. We have this analogy that you split your time as a leader between being on the dance floor and on the balcony. And there are times when we have to be on the dance floor. It's the daily management of the company, and other times where we have the responsibility and the obligation to take ourselves out of the action and be on the balcony and look at it and think about it. Where is this team heading? And what I see with management and entrepreneurs very often is they don't do the balcony thing. Mm-hmm. They think that 7 to 7 every day is what they need to do, run it in every aspect, but rarely spend time thinking. And I encourage also my employees to spend time to think. We have a big marketing office with about 100 people where I sit, and when I walk in there, everybody seems to be typing away on an email or in some kind of Zoom calls, and I never see anybody turning the chair into the window and just contemplating. So I'm saying that to them. Are you guys spending any time thinking actually, or just doing? And that's why it is important. We're all very engaged and motivated to say, today I'm going to spend so much time on the balcony. I need to think about stuff. And for me, I've now achieved this balance very well. I have days where I'm working from home, where I know I'm going into the coffee shop in the morning. We have this fantastic Italian coffee shop in our house, and I go down there at 8:30 and I sit and I read the Financial Times and the New York Times, and I have a cappuccino, sometimes also a croissant, or an hour and a half, and then I'll go in the office. We have our personal family office in Monaco, and I do things there, and then I may walk out and pick the little one up from school to go in the gym at hours that would be completely, maybe not appropriate if I'm in the office, but I do because I think, and we have to really take time for that.